About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out, die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Be free. Be free with me.
Hi guys, and welcome back to the Blinkneys. There are so many topics to cover in this video, all of them we can't explain without the other because they work hand in hand right now to help Keegan's overall quality of life. So bear with me as I take you back a year to tell you more about exactly why we had to have surgery for Keegan. If you knew Keegan's life before seizures, he'd love Chipotle and pancakes, but that all quickly changed when Keegan could no longer swallow food because of the effects from all the seizures he was enduring at that time. Back in May of 2018, Keegan was admitted to the ICU for the first time to have surgery to have his G-tube placed. He was unable to intake the amount of nutrients he needed on his own, and this ensured that we could monitor that appropriately. A G-tube is just a little button on Keegan's stomach that gives us access to give him medications and food through. This bypasses the danger of swallowing and choking. The G-tube is a life changer and still is for making sure Keegan gets the right doses of medication that he needs. But by August of 2018, Keegan started showing GI symptoms in which we couldn't explain, and neither could his doctors. We did all the testing we could and everything was coming back normal, but for months he was miserable, sick, and in so much pain. When we tried feeding Keegan anything through his G-tube, he would get an infection called pneumatosis. This is a pocket of air that forms in the bowel walls. It is very painful and dangerous. If those air pockets burst, the infection can spread and it's very serious. In October of last year, things started getting so severe, Keegan was unable to have a bowel movement without it being full of blood. We finally underwent a biopsy of Keegan's GI tract and took samples to figure out if we could better understand what was going on. We ended up finding out Keegan had eosinophilic colitis, which is a rare form of intolerance in the colon that occurs when we try to push any food through it. It's extremely rare. There are no known cases that we have to go off of as far as treatments, so Keegan really has been fending for himself in this category for a while now. We have tried many treatments, but none of them have been successful. December of last year was especially difficult. If a child with epilepsy is sick, they are prone to having more seizures. So this played a huge role in why Keegan's seizures were not getting any better. In order to stop having so many seizures, we also needed to be healthy first. In January, we were finally able to go home on TPN to give Keegan's gut time to rest. And this was in hopes that after a few weeks, we could try to feed him again. Unfortunately, over several months in different trials, we had no success in feeding Keegan. TPN is a form of nutrition provided through what they refer to as a PICC line. A PICC line is an IV that is more durable and long-term. It makes it possible to provide a more structured pathway to get the nutrition he needs into the bloodstream without risking bursting a vein. Typical IVs and veins aren't built to withstand TPN and its complexity. But TPN is a complete nutrition and the only alternative to get Keegan what he needs at this time. Now that we've caught you up to speed, Keegan's recent surgery was to get an ileostomy bag placed. Since he has a feeding intolerance in the colon, they did a surgery to avert the large intestine. Keegan still has his colon, but it averts to the ostomy bag and comes out of the stoma on his stomach versus going through his entire GI tract. This is in hope that we could feed Keegan again without getting ulcers or pneumatosis. It is less likely to occur in the small intestine, but can come with other risks, so it's very complicated, and that's why Keegan's hospital stay is so long. We are very hopeful we will be able to go home on G-tube feeds and no longer need TPN. We are taking things very slowly and have only introduced him back to Pedialyte, which he's doing very well with. We still have a long road, but we are already seeing so much improvement. Time will only tell as he recovers, but so far things are really looking up for Keegan. I just want to stress there was not a one thing fixed it all for Keegan. There are so many people involved in Keegan's care team that make it possible that he's living a much better quality of life now. We have so many people to thank for his new recent successes. It's amazing how many people care for him and know him now. I used to look at being admitted to the hospital as a bad thing, but so many people know and care for us, and it makes a world of difference. But thank you all so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like and share. Also, if you have any questions, comment below.